Hey guys, Jeffries here, and welcome back to FMTB. Last episode, I believe, was our FA Cup game against Wolves. I might be wrong. We didn't do well in that game. We were 2-0 up and then we lost it 3-2, so I'm a little bit disappointed. I've made some changes to our squad, and I will show you that in a second. I also hired a new coach, thinking that he would help us with our attacking training options. And in actual fact he didn't, so that stayed the same. But I got the wage budget increased. The only downside was we tried to sign Scott Allen, and we couldn't afford him. We ran out of funds because I'd done a few other little tweaks with the squad. So I then went to the board, and they gave me an additional wage budget. So I thought, brilliant, I can still sign Allen, and then Rotherham beat me to it. So Rotherham have got Scott Allen, but we've got someone else who's also pretty good. And we've got a home game against Gillingham, so it's time to test the new boys, I think. We're going to go for, not that formation, this formation. We're going to clear the team. We're going to put Hamer in goal, Blackman on the bench. Where is he? There he is. We're going to have Roberts. Ooh, we got some very tired players actually looking at it. That's not very good. We'll put Giver in at left back though. That's not left back. That's left back. We will put Arnold at right back, and then we will put Payeth there and Magri there, and then in midfield, let's bring in some of the new boys, shall we? We have got Jake Forster-Caskey, who, for those of you who've watched my You Don't Want Anything with Kids series, you'll know why I like him a lot. He's a very good young midfielder. Plays the role, the deep line playmaker. He can play that one quite well. It doesn't show it though. It only says he has 2.5 stars, but I think he's a lot better than that in reality. Who else can we have in midfield? Let's put Petrucci, our other new player. He's the guy we got instead of Allen. Actually, he's only 1.5 star there. So let's... Tell you what, we'll put him on the bench. So let's take him out for the time being. We'll put let's put O'Connor there, and then on the right side of midfield we're going to have Max Clayton. Again, good young player on loan from West Ham. Plays well as a winger. Sort of plays well as a winger. Apparently he can become Premier League quality. So we'll take that. We'll have Musa on this side. Actually, I'll swap these two over. Like that. We will have Lawrence through the middle. And we will have... I'll go for Rossi up front. Okay. That's our starting lineup. And then the bench, well, we've already got Blackman. We're also going to have Webster and Roberts. We're also going to have Laterwood and Bailey, and we're going to have Lalkovic and Nimley. So we've got quite a strong team out there. We're going to have to give squad numbers to Forster-Caskey and Clayton. Forster-Caskey I'm going to give the number 32, and Clayton I'm going to give 17. Why not? I like the versatility in the squad as well. We've got players who can play up front as well as in midfield. So Clayton can also play up front, Lawrence can also play up front, Lalkovic can also play up front. And it gives you that, just that little bit extra versatility which sometimes you need. Tell the team that we expect to win. And I mentioned this very, very early on in this series. It is better to have versatile players if you've got a limited budget, because it means if there's any injuries or suspensions or anything like that, you can just bring another player into that position. And okay, it might not be their best position and you might sacrifice a little bit of performance for that, but it's better than having, say, a left back playing right back. You'd rather have a left back who can also play right back. And it helps with things like that, and also general performance and squad morale, because players don't like being played out of position, so it's best to keep them happy if you can. Well, that was us getting caught out. Someone next door has decided to start grinding or something. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm just going to shut my window. There we go. That should make things a little bit better. Sorry about that if your ears are currently bleeding. They always pick their moments, don't they? So either next door's dogs or they're angle grinding something. You could probably still hear it. I can hear it, that's for sure. Right, Musa with the cross to the near post, and there's Rossi. And again, that's a goal that I was talking to you guys about a couple of episodes ago. Cross comes in from the right hand side, striker makes a near post run and just flicks it past the keeper. That was a very, very well taken goal. You can see that's moved us up 3 places now to 8th. We dropped to 11th since the last episode. That's how bad we've been playing in the league at the moment. We've had so many injuries and suspensions and international call-ups and things like that. We ended up with a real threadbare squad. We lost 4-1 to Ipswich because of that. And now we've got an injury to Arnold to make things better. Does it say what type of injury? No, it just says injured in the 41st minute. Okay, let's bring on Webster to play right back. We'll give him a motivational speech. Seems deep in thought. I don't know whether that's a good thing or not. I mean, it's good that they're thinking, but if they're not listening, then it's not much better. If we win our next game and the teams above us lose, we can actually get back into the playoffs. Which, you know, I'm going to aim for that. That's going to be our target for the next few matches, I think. Try and get back into the playoff places. I don't mind not getting automatic promotion because we have only just been promoted into League One to start with. But the playoffs, you get money from the playoffs and we need money. Fleetwood are still losing money every single month at the moment, so we could do with something to bring the funds in. Lawrence is looking tired out there, so I'm going to bring on Lalkovic to play in the hole there, and then maybe swap him out with Musa, so put Lalkovic on the wing and Musa through the middle. And again, that's why versatility is good. If you've got players who can play across the 3 like that, it keeps the defenders on their toes, that's for sure. And there's another really good goal from Rossi. Good assist from Max Clayton as well. He is a player that I rate very, very high. Normally his price range, or at least his quoted price range, is the reason why I don't sign him. Because Crew play hardball, and I think in real life he's actually gone to Bolton now. So in 2015 he would probably be even harder to sign. You might be able to get him on loan, which is what I've done. I've loaned him from West Ham, so again it shows how good a player he can become if a Premier League club like West Ham are interested. Oh dear, we're not going to be bringing Musa into the game. I think what we're going to do is bring Nimley on for Musa, put Nimley there, Rossi there, swap these 2 over, move Lalkovic to there, and go for something a bit like this. See if that works. Change that to complete forward, and change that one to I'm going to try false 9 for Nimley. See if he falls in behind. Again, seemed deep in thought, so not really sure what to make of that. This is a good chance to experiment. We're 2-0 up against Gillingham. We've got 15 minutes to go. We've been forced into these changes because of injuries, so it's not like I've suddenly decided to start fiddling around with the team. Let's see what we can do. I'd like to try and get a 3rd goal. I'd really like it if Rossi got a 3rd goal, because he is our top scorer this season. That should be offside. Yep, Cody McDonald offside. We got a bit lucky with that one. We got to stop playing the dangerous game. Our defensive line looks a little too far up here. Let's see, this ball from Weston. I don't know actually, we had 3 defenders almost standing on each other's toes. I think that was the problem, was Weston just slipped through the gap between them. You kind of expect better than that. Okay, let's make one more sub to waste some time. Let's bring on Bailey for Forster Cask. Oh, I made 3 subs, have I? Oh yeah, Arnold, Lawrence and Moose. Sorry guys, I need to learn to count to 3. That's a shame. I was going to say a whole thing about Forster Caskey. He'd had a really good debut for us, played quite solidly in midfield, deserves a break. What it actually turns out is he's played a really good game in midfield, deserves a break, can't have one. But yeah, that's full time. I'm quite pleased with that. I'm going to let the players know. I'm very happy with the result and the way you played. And look at that. Especially with Magri and Paez in defence. It's not what you'd expect. They're not our best defenders. We've lost our best defender, really, when you think about it. Mark Roberts is on his way out to Rangers, which is a bit of a shame. But here's our squad now. You can see, if I go down this end, Mambo injured, McAvoy injured, Iliev injured, Galifuaco and Santangelo are on international duty, Hughes is injured. I'm sure if you look to their condition as well, that's why players like Roberts were only on the bench and Laterwood was only on the bench, because they were looking very, very, very tired out there. If you also look at the ages of some of our players, like Lawrence is 21, Rossi's only 20, Koulibaly's only 20, Lalkovic is 22, Clayton's 20, Hurst is 23, so is Wabara and Henderson. Islamovic is 21. We've got a really, really good young squad. And then we've mixed in the experience. So we've got players like Musa, who's 25, Hamer, who's 27, Bailey, who's 26, O'Connor, who's 27. And I think that's a really, really good mix of youth and experience. And they're not like 30 plus years old. I think our oldest player now is David. No, it's not David James. We've got rid of David James. It would be Jordan, but he's out on loan. So it's Laterwood, who's 32, and then Roberts, who's 31. And then the next oldest player is Hughes, who's under 30. And that's the philosophy I like to have. I like to have experienced players who know what they're doing, but invest in youth more, because they have a really, really good sell-on value, and you get more years out of them. For example, Rossi, providing he keeps signing